continuing another lecture of sound. So we have done last class already. We have discussed few things regarding sound, and that was regarding the property absorption of sound. I had told that how some gunny bags or curtains or a lot of things like doormats, all these things are there which are able to absorb sound. So you might be experiencing it very well, how these things are happening. I have also told you about echo. So how echo is affecting, what are the preconditions for formation of echo, like what first condition is what, there should be a gap of 17 centimeters between the object which is producing sound and the object with which the sound was going to strike. That means the reflecting body and the body which is producing sound. Suppose this is a reflecting body, this is a body producing sound. So the difference should be how much? 17 meter. 17 meter only. Then what next? Next thing is there should be a high-rise building. One more thing is that because without a high-rise building or something like that, there is no chance of striking. So unless the sound strikes something, we cannot have the echo. Then third point is there must be a body that is producing sound. So the loudness should be sufficient enough so that after the things also, after the reflection, the sound is reaching the ears. The topic is sound, and it is session 7, the 7th chapter I'm teaching you, and that is 8th lecture. So I had told about that thing. Now there are certain laws of reflection of sound. First thing is that in the sound, the sound reflection only from hard and polished surface. Sound reflects from hard and polished surface. That means this you can consider as laws of reflection of sound, kind of that. So the surface should be hard and polished. If the surface is hard and polished, then only there is a chance that the sound will be reflected, because the surface should not absorb the sound. This you can this hard and polished word is important here. This you can compare to gunny bag or curtains which are absorbing sound. They are not hard enough. So if that happens, the sound will be absorbed rather than getting reflected. So our target is that sound should be reflected. Let us finish it there clear. Now, second is angle of incidence. Angle of incidence should be equal to angle of reflection. Clear? This is another law of reflection of sound. And third is that third point is just you can say a conclusion of first point. Sound is absorbed by. Sound is absorbed by soft and loose surface. Loose surface. That means if the surface is soft and loose, then the sound will be absorbed. So I think so this thing is clear. So see, I have told the precondition for echo also, that there should be a minimum distance of 17 meter between the object producing sound and the object producing sound and the object, or you can say the hill or high-rise building. So source of sound and the hard surface should have a minimum distance of 17 meter or more. See, because of this criteria only, many times it happens that in our homes this sound is not produced, echo is not produced. Okay. So for echo there must be a 17 meter criteria. Then there must be a high-rise building or block. Okay. Then what third thing is there must the sound should be loud enough so that the sound can be produced and it can be striking the surface. Clear? Then what next? I have not defined echo, so let me define echo also. Echo is what? Echo is the repetition of sound. This repetition is called echo. Echo is repetition of sound, which is reflected by you, high-rise building, or any such object. Okay. So if the sound is getting repeated, like see, many times you must have observed that some people are going on the hills. So near the hills, when they speak out their name or call out their name, then what happens? Then sound is produced, and that sound is their name. Looks like they are speaking their name once, but it strikes and it comes back to them. So it looks like someone else is speaking, but it is not like that. Your voice only is, so that only is echo. So high-rise building is there, and then one more criteria is that what? The criteria of distance between the object producing the sound and the object which is through which the reflection has to take place. Both the conditions are satisfied. So once this happens, the sound will be there will be a process of echo. So echo will be taking place. Clear to all? So now you know what is echo. Let's know more about echoes in detail. So now the definition of echo is clear. Let's see more things. Now see, if the book says, if you stand in front of a high building or a hillock such that you are at a distance of more than 20 meters and shout out loudly, you notice that you can hear your own sound. That means suppose a building is there, you are standing here, and there is a distance of how much? 20 meters between you and the building, and then you are calling out your name loudly. And what will happen? What will happen is that you will hear your own name many times, and this hearing is always listened by you because of the reflection of sound. That means because of the high-rise building and you are producing the sound, the sound is of enough sufficient intensity that it strikes the high-rise building and you are at a distance of 20 meters. That means it should be 17 meters or more. That is the boundary condition. So with the distance of 17 meters or more between the object producing sound, In this case, you are the object which is producing sound, and then the building is the body, high building or below, that is reflecting the sound. So there will be a name again and again. Now, human ear can hear two sounds separately only if they reach the ear after an interval of 1/10 seconds. Now, this is also an interesting thing. If you have heard any concerts or some songs, then you are hearing, you are able to differentiate. Or suppose you might have been to a station like a railway station, then you might have heard so many noises are coming together. So you can differentiate between those sounds only if they are coming after an interval of 1/10 of a second. So if the sound waves are coming, means two sound waves, first is coming and then the second wave is coming after a gap of 1/10 seconds, then only you can differentiate. Okay, if you remember, sometimes people say that the bulb, the incandescent bulb that we are having in your house, it glows up 60 times and glows, means it is turns on and turns off 60 times. But because of the persistence of human vision, that's why we cannot see that turning on and turning off of the bulb. So that thing is there. Similarly, there is persistence of vision also, hearing also. So within 1/10 of the second, if the another sound is coming, you cannot differentiate between the two sounds. So what is the speed of sound? So that criteria of 1/10 of a second. So within 1/10 second if it is coming, then what will happen? You can not differentiate. So you also know the speed of sound. Speed of sound is what? 332 meter per second. In the starting lecture only we had discussed also that speed of sound is different in different types of medium. So how much distance will the sound travel in 1/10 of a second? So time is 1/10 of a second and speed is this. So distance will be how much? 332 into speed into time is, so it will be 33.2 meter. What is the meaning of this 33.2 meter? It means that sound which starts from a point on reflections of some hard object comes back to the same point when the distance between the two reflecting body will be what? 332 meter. 33.2 meter. Or and this also, so 33.2 meter. And suppose sound is striking here, so forward distance and then going back also, so twice the distance, so divide it by 2, what will come? 16.6, approximately 17 meters. That means the distance between you and the object must be. So this is one way or how we can basically locate the object or at what distance some object is kept from us. Okay, this is another way of doing these things. We will elaborate this topic when we learn about sonar in the next article. So this is as of now for echoes. So echo, so what I told in the echo thing, that there must be a distance of 17 meter between the object producing sound and the object that is reflecting the sound. There must be a high-rise building. The sound must be of sufficient intensity. When I told also about one this thing is called as what? Nature of the human hearing. What is that? Human ear can differentiate between the two sounds only if they come at an interval of 1/10 seconds. Otherwise, it cannot be differentiated. Okay. Then I have also told you that how you know the speed of sound. So speed of sound in the air, depending on the medium, you will decide. Not that always this thing is there. So 33.2 meter. So this means if you are speaking something and that comes back to you, that object must be where? At a distance of 17 meters from you. That's why this 17 meter criteria has come.